And welcome back to the channel. So here we are again on the Ariel Rider Grizzly, and it is 43 degrees. We have a wind, little bit of wind, making it feel like 40 degrees. But here we are in the first week of January, and beautiful weather here, I say. Not many places can boast January first week, and you know, nice dry roads right now, and a temperature of 43 degrees. That's not bad at all. So I don't really have no topic this time around. We're just going to do a January ride on the Ariel Rider Grizzly and just enjoy the ride. And yeah, I just think that this weather is so good that kind of spoiled, because I'm sure a lot of places are colder than we are, for one, and second, probably have lots of snow, and a lot of folks are unable to ride in January like this. Maybe leave a comment below and let me know if you're still riding your e-bike in the month of January here like I am. I mean, I got to admit, I am in Oregon, and this part of Oregon anyway, just south of Portland, Oregon. We, if you don't mind the rain, you know, our winters are not really that bad, especially for bikers. If you want a bike ride, you can pretty much do it year round. If you want to shut down, you know, you could shut down a little bit. Probably your shutdown months, if you didn't want to ride in the not so good weather, I would say probably you'd want to shut down November, December, January, February maybe, and then right up to the end of October, I gotta think you're fine. And probably by March, I think we're going to be pretty good. Yeah, I mean, it's just probably going to be good weather, bad weather, good weather, bad weather kind of thing. Get a little bit of both, because you're coming out of winter by then. But overall, pretty lucky. I can feel that wind a little bit right now as I ride into it. Not a lot of wind, but enough to you can notice it a bit. But when the temperature is 43 degrees and there's a light wind like this, you can't really complain. It's not enough to really bother you, as long as you're dressed decently. Good pair of gloves. It won't be too long though before the nicer weather here and everywhere, and then we'll be back at it in full force. The one thing I do in the winter more for sure is limit my ride. I don't ride as far or as long, and so that helps too, to not get excessively cold. I wouldn't want to do a 30-mile ride, let's say. You know, probably more in the 10 miles is probably pretty good, but 30 miles you might get a bit on the chilly side there, I would think, even here in Oregon. But it's understandable that in other parts of the country or other parts of the world, that you are not able to ride in the winter. Even the diehards, you know, like, depending on where you are, they would have a tough time even riding in the winter. I know if I was back home in Canada, specifically the Toronto area, or if you're familiar with a town called Uxbridge, that's my neck of the woods, where I grew up a lot of my life. And you wouldn't be riding too much there in the winter. You might want to get yourself an electric snowmobile. Maybe that would be the way to go. Nice quiet January ride. So let me know in the comments below if you are riding in the month of January, or still waiting for the next, or some good weather, or do you just pick your spots when there's a good day, you just go out for a ride and then just otherwise chill and wait it out, and or just maybe just have shut down and said, no way, I'm not even going to attempt it. Usually I can always remember when I was back in Canada, I can remember always having like a January thaw, or we would call it like an Indian summer, where we would get a stretch of maybe a week or so of nice weather. And I'm saying nice weather, like probably like 50 degrees or something, you know, like, or close to it, and everything would be melting. And if you got a stretch like that, then I'm sure that if it's 50 degrees, I'm sure most people would say that's not bad. 50 degrees, I'll go and ride in that. I think the one thing that is toughest in the winter, besides if the roads are bad with ice or snow, would be the wind chill. It's the wind that makes you cold, you know, and kind of not feel like riding so much. And you really notice it, right, in the cold weather. In the warm weather, it's actually nice to have a little bit of wind, but in the cold weather, it doesn't take much to notice it, you know, because it's cold outside to begin with. But I'm noticing my battery power is down to 75%. I run my Grizzly on 2 batteries. I always run the both batteries at the same time, and I charge them up always at the same time. Of course, with my Grizzly here, I got 2 chargers when I got mine, but apparently now with V3 they only give you 1 charger, so that's not so good. If it was me and I only had 1, I would probably buy another charger. And I know when I get my graffiti, it's going to come only with 1 charger, and I'm going to most likely be buying a second charger. I should mention something that I've been wanting to mention to some folks, because we talk about speed on the bike, and if you want an accurate speed reading on the Grizzly, you need to go into the settings, change the settings where it says wheel size, changed that from 24 to 22 inches, and it's really accurate. It's within less than 1 mile per hour, I think, if I remember. It's like 3/10 or something. It's really close. So that's what I did quite a while back, months and months ago. I changed the wheel setting size, I should say, wheel size setting to 22 inches. And because I know some folks will say that they've gotten 38 miles an hour on their Grizzly. And I think if you changed up your wheel size there and put 22, and you can compare it with your GPS if you want to compare it, put your phone on there and compare it. But you'll see that that 38 is not accurate. The top speed I get on the Grizzly is 35, between 34 and 35 on the flat, in good condition, with no wind and all. And I mean, some folks could very well be getting 38 if they're smaller than I am. I'm 185 pounds, so if somebody's 140, sure, they may be getting close to 38. But if you change up your the wheel size though in the settings, and then do a check, I bet you're going to find that you're getting a lot more accurate reading. Yeah, I saw that tip several months back, not long after almost right after I got my Grizzly. I saw a YouTube video somebody had up there on getting the speed accurate here on the Grizzly, and that's what they did, and I tried it, and I thought, yeah, you know what, that works. So once again, if you want to make a comment down below on this or any other video, you're welcome to do so. And I try to read every comment on the channel, get to them. Sometimes it takes me a while to get to them because I'm not able to get to them, but when I am, I look at them for sure. And don't forget too, we have several videos now on the channel. We've got well over 100 videos, so if you want to look at some of the videos from the past, you're welcome to go and browse through a lot of the videos there. Maybe you haven't seen them all yet, or there might be something that you'd be interested in, like hill climbing tests, and we have a few reviews that we did up there and things like that. And if you want to check those out, you can go browse through the videos on the channel. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, you can hit that subscribe button and you'll be right in there with us. And also, if you want to be notified as to when the next video comes up on the channel, just hit that notification bell. If you like this video, hit that like button. And then once again, I want to thank everyone for joining me on this little ride around on the Ariel Rider Grizzly in January. If this was July, I wouldn't be wearing what I'm wearing for clothing. But anyway, it's January. But thank you for joining me on this ride, and we'll look forward to talking to you again on the next video. So until next time, take care.